Gene Deal. Let's get right into it. Diddy, he got indicted. You called it, man. A few weeks ago, you was on the platform and you said that he was going to get arrested in September.
Yeah, man. Anybody who in law enforcement or people know the law, when Homeland Security ran up into his house, people will tell you, or people knew that it was just a matter of time that they was going to indict him and bring him in to see the judge, bro. It was just a matter of time. I just figured out with the grand jury and their different sessions and stuff like that. And then what one of the witnesses told me, I just figured it out that it was going to be around September that they were going to bring him in, bro. It's people might not understand. It's difficult when you see a brother that has so much promise become an icon as far as in the music business and stuff that he did, to turn around and just tear his whole life down. But it's all because of his mentors and the people that trained him and taught him the music business. You know, it's all about the people who trained and taught him the music business, because Puff wasn't, he wasn't born a monster. You know what I'm saying? He was made into a monster, brother. Do you understand what I'm saying? He was made into a monster from the stuff that happened to him, the things that he had to do. You understand? The things that he had to do to become who he is. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like this, brother. You never like something so much that you can't do without, and you never be willing to do anything to get where you want to be at. You got to have principles. You got to have morals. You got to keep with that stuff. And in that music business, a lot of that stuff get thrown out the window. You understand? And that's what happened to him. He started doing the things to other people that was done to him. To keep it frank, he was doing the things to other people that was done to him. And it is what it is. You got to know better. And if you know better, you will do better. When he was in New York City, he was like that gecko from the Geico commercial. Then he turned and started going, when he lived in Cali and Miami, he turned into Godzilla. I would see him talk about how he using drugs. He was never like that. Smoking cigarettes, smoking weed and everything like that. He turned into something that you could consider a monster.
Today, we're looking into a shocking story about music mogul Diddy. Reports say the FBI raided his property and found disturbing items in underground tunnels. What did they discover, and how did Diddy respond? Stick around for all the details.
It's been a crazy year, but the reason why even right now your old interview that you did last year is trending even crazier because you're almost like not Nostradamus, but Nostradamus. What you have said, not only in our interview, but on your own personal lives.
Yeah. Which gets shadowed down constantly.
Yeah, things start coming to fruition to where you targeted certain people in that interview, and now you're seeing, I don't want to even say downfall, but you're seeing that target that you put on people's backs.
I'm seeing integrity show up.
Wow.
You know, the day of the raid, I got a lot of notifications. I got a lot of ads. I got a lot of mentions. I got a lot of phone calls.
When you said the day of the raid, you're talking about the raid on both Miami and California.
And New York simultaneously.
Wait, New York was?
The New York house was raided as well.
Oh, wow. That didn't even, they didn't even really.
3 states working in tandem. And they did not tell the officers who they were raiding. They went in tactical as they were instructed to. They didn't know they was raiding Diddy's house. The higher ups didn't tell anybody because they knew, with Diddy being a Fed informant, that he had people in the force and they wanted to make sure that went through legit. So they ain't tell nobody whose houses they was going to.
And that's why you see the guns.
The cops didn't know that it was Diddy's house over there in Beverly Hills around the corner from the Playboy Mansion, they didn't know until they seen the kids.
So, what are your thoughts on the show of Force?
Before we get into the incident, let's talk about who Diddy is. Also known as Puff Daddy, Diddy is a famous rapper, producer, and entrepreneur. He became a star in the 1990s, creating Bad Boy Records and helping launch the careers of many iconic artists.
Knowing
They did their job. He's a sex worker. He's got guns, and he's got semen-coated fucking VHS tapes.
No.
I would have went in a hazmat suit.
So let me ask you this. When you first told us about your thoughts and you honeycombs is what you
Yeah, the honeycomb. Shout out to Jamil Peterson. He's added a new one. He called him the Diddy Glover now. Because when he ain't got the Beijing and he say he look like Danny Glover.
Oh, man.
So he's AKA Diddy Glover now. Shout out to Jamil Peterson. I Am Comedy.
So I want to stay right here. We're going to stay within this pocket, but I'm just curious. What did you know that was going on in the world of Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, that the world didn't know? What did you know back then, 3-4 years ago?
Was gonna come forward.
So how'd you know? What'd you know about what Cat? Because
I wish I could explain.
Yeah,
but if I explain how I knew Cassie was gonna come forward, that could hurt some people. Which is why the last time I sat on this blue couch, I said what I said. Congratulations, Young Miami. Run as fast as Cassie did.
You did say that. That was a bar.
You said that shit.
Did you see something being around Cassie? Did you see anything being around?
I don't spend time around Cassie, and I haven't seen Cassie in person since she was with Ryan Leslie.
Was there something in her eyes that you saw? The way, like now
I'm gonna put it to you this way: there are mutual acquaintances between her and I, and that's as far as I can go.
Okay.
I don't talk to her, but I speak to her.
Did you get a chance to see her indictment? What she claimed happened?
Oh no, I reviewed all the files, and everything that she said is everything that I said with Storm Monroe 3.5 years ago. Exactly what I said it was.
Were you surprised about anything that came in?
No.
Wow. So
nobody else should have been either. Young Jock. You Diddy doo-wop bop. You. Because you told the truth, Jock. And then after Diddy called you, you went back and tried to clean it up. But your all about is off the Stevie J's. You Diddy doo-wop bop business.
Do you feel like that's the reason why this beef, but that Stevie J stands where he stands between the beef with 50 Cent and Diddy?
I don't know where Stevie J stands. I only know Stevie J sitting on a drum set or fuck. I don't know where he stands.
Diddy isn't just a music star. He's known for his clothing line, Ciroc Vodka, and the Revolt TV network. But with success often comes controversy. Over the years, he's faced allegations and legal troubles, and this latest story is the most shocking yet.
Man.
I know what he stand up in. And I know what done stood up in him. Take that.
So wait, so when you heard...
I can't stand these... Like, for real, like, I'm just tired. Let's keep it a bean. All these niggas... You're not even gay men because you won't claim it. No, you want to sit around and pretend to like bitch. That's what y'all do. And then you get these hard Jocelyn.
So I'm just
like
curious.
these are the you like half man bitches. No disrespect. But Jocelyn rough.
Them shoulders is.
And the way she like running up on, I already know she done strapped up on you.
Ooh. So, Jack, let me ask you. There's some of the shocking things
I hear that mean with a harness.
Oh. Okay, not a harness.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask you this. I'm sure somebody's already asked you this, but have you ever been to a P. Diddy party?
Yeah, several, many, honestly.
And so, can you take us through like what goes on, like when you were there?
What did I say when y'all asked me about why was the TD Jakes at the Diddy party?
Yeah.
What'd I say? Money
Right.
and sex.
That's correct. Were you surprised that there were so many cameras in his houses?
No.
That he was recording these?
Of course. He is the J. Edgar Hoover of hip hop.
Okay.
Y'all done seen him put on the pyramid with a skirt?
So let me ask you, when you hear that Cassie was told to hire male escorts to come and what they call freak-offs now.
Yeah.
The story broke when news came out about an FBI raid at Diddy's Los Angeles estate. Authorities reportedly acted on credible tips about illegal activities in underground tunnels on his property.
Well, are you surprised that Diddy did not get a bail? Like, he's in jail right now as we're speaking.
I am surprised that Diddy didn't get a bail, and I think probably he was surprised that he didn't get a bail. And I think that I love how you went from Cube and then you're like, are you just sorry? Your transition game is crazy.
Oh, it's insane. I'm the best at this.
I'm surprised that Diddy didn't get a bail, but I don't think right now, based on what I know and based on what I see, I don't think, unless there's a real twist and turn to the plot, I don't think he's coming out of jail again. I don't think, I'm surprised he didn't get a bail, but once they kept him in jail, he ain't getting a bail.
Well, right, because there's witness tampering. He called one of the witnesses like 55 times in a day.
Since he's been in jail?
128 times. No, but before he went to jail, there was, because what had happened was Dawn Richard, who used to be part of Danity Kane, filed a lawsuit.
Oh, right.
And in the lawsuit, she mentioned her group mate, Kalina Harper, a bunch of, 33 times. So Diddy called Kalina 128 times, and then Kalina wrote up a statement saying that I don't agree with all this stuff and I've never seen all the stuff that, Dawn mentioned. I've never seen Diddy hit Cassie, whatever. But the fact that he called that many times shows witness tampering. And, basically that's what they're saying, that he's too dangerous to let out.
He's not getting out of jail. When I spoke to my friend who understands these things way better than me from experience, and he told me, he said, he probably was told, and his lawyers probably told 50-50. When you're puffy and you come in, I got $50 million bail, and you're used to...
Why did the raid happen? While details are limited, underground tunnels are often linked to illegal activities, like drug or human trafficking. That a celebrity like Diddy could be connected to this is shocking and troubling.
Going your way by hook or crook, they're like, all right, well, at least they're gonna give me fucking bail.
Yeah.
And then they went back to bail hearing again, and they said no, he's not getting out.
3 times.
3 times.
3 times.
Yeah,
he's going to sit in jail. They're saying the trial is going to be in May of 2025, but that's not going to happen. It's going to get pushed back. There's going to be more charges. There's going to be more witnesses. The civil lawsuits are wild. There was this new guy that popped up that basically said that Puffy face fucked him in the back of a Macy's. You heard this one?
I didn't hear about the face fucking.
Yes.
I didn't hear about
the face fucking lawsuit right now.
There's a
with
face fucking lawsuit, right? So face fucking is the new baby oil.
I guess so.
Face fucking's an ill term. You just said that's
right.
A wild term. Face fucking.
Face fucking. Yeah, this guy who worked for Echo at the time, I guess, ran into Puffy in the stockroom of a Macy's right here, right down the street, the flagship store. Puffy had 3 security guards with him, and he basically made this guy drop to his knees and give him oral sex.
Damn.
With the 3 security guards watching.
Damn.
I'm sure they're looking at each other and go like, man, they don't pay me enough for this shit. Like,
yeah, I'd be like, yo, man, fuck
tomorrow.
this shit, man. It's got to be another rapper I can work for. I'll work security at Madison Square Garden. This is too much, man. At what point is it? Like, I know it's good, But this is crazy. We get the yachts and occasional, second, the second and third chick. But this is at a certain point. It's like, come on, man. I've had enough. This face fucking. You get me heating up the baby oil. This is. Come on, man. I'm just supposed to be like a security guard pushing people away, like fending off autograph seekers. This is too much.
Reports say the FBI found disturbing items in the tunnels. While the details aren't clear, sources claim investigators uncovered tools and equipment suggesting illegal use.
I'm saying, Sean Carter, you're a piece of shit. Taking Pimp C wasn't bad enough.
Why does it all come to a head now? Why now? Why?
Because he's the acceptable monster at this time. Like R. Kelly was the last time I sat on this couch.
So who's next?
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up. Why is everyone having such a hard time? He ain't doing shit different. He lined up D. Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his love. Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one.
Yeah, shout out D. Haven. He actually hit us up, wanted to tell this story.
You need to talk to D. Haven.
Yeah, we need to talk to him.
I told you that last year when I put you on the phone with him.
You did.
I want you to think about this. Allegedly, Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce, who was struggling. Let's just say allegedly that happened. Now I want you to think about 106th and Park with Mary J. Blige. Free, who is a victim of Sean Carter.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, who is a victim of Sean Combs, are sitting there talking about the death of Aaliyah amongst each other. Think about that. You got a Diddy victim, you got a Jay-Z victim, and you got a superstar gone. They know what happened. And yet, they had to sit there and have that conversation like they didn't know who did it. Think of the power of that moment.
The discovery has sparked questions from law enforcement and the public. What were the items used for? Were they part of criminal activities, or is this all a misunderstanding?
Think about Claudia Jordan right now. Claudia Jordan don't ever mention my mother name. She mentioned it yesterday. Talking about why people are afraid to come forward. You mean like you? You was Diddy girl. Corey was Jay-Z girl. Why don't you claim your friend? Claudia.
So, Jack, when you say...
When I say Corey, I'm talking about Kathy White.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was about to ask.
Jay-Z's pregnant mistress.
Yeah.
Who died of an imaginary fucking aneurysm. Just like the woman who was best friends with Kim and Kimura, who wrote the book Bling and died as soon as it made the bestsellers list. Who the fuck was these people supposed to go to? You can't go to the boss because the boss is fucking you. And the boss's boss don't get no fuck. Can't go to the authorities. They're all bought and paid for. You could try to get a special prosecutor, but they'll just pay somebody to reassign him to another case. Where the fuck you go when you get over by the industry. Nowhere. That's where you go nowhere, which is where people like me step in. You right? I go to Diddy parties to walk mother out, cause ain't nobody stopping me when I come.
So let me ask you, because I look at Gabriel Union, and when you mention things like Jay-Z's time is coming for him, then I look at Beyonce, and I say that women do have
that country album, and any of you that buy that shit are stupid as shit.
You don't give it no
trap music with goddamn a holster and a hat.
But she remade Jolene.
That bitch. I'm gonna tell you the song she should have remade. It's a hit. It would have done great for her. She should have tried it on. Tammy Wynette. Classic. Stand by your man. Don't act like you don't know that now. Remake that. Stand by that. That's a real country hit. Jolene, nice. But it has a ring to it. Stand by.
Fans are struggling to connect Diddy's public image with these serious allegations. The news has left many in disbelief.
Oh, man, yeah. Whoops and disrespects you with other like Kathy Coriana White.
All right, well, let's do it like
who was
this.
actually carrying his baby while you was spanking it. Why your husband don't want to put his seed inside of you? He put it in everybody else? Wild in this world, yo.
It's funny, you open up Beyonce's internet, it just gets weird.
Beyonce's internet.
That's what we're calling
that
it.
belongs to the devil. Unless you calling that the devil, she ain't nothing but an employee.
Oh.
And half of which dumbass bitch.
So, it's funny that it's crazy you say these
Why
things.
don't nobody want to accept that bitch bitch?
I think
she went and killed the girl cats.
Okay.
A girl went to court and charged her with extreme witchcraft. She was hypnotized. She was drugged. Beyonce came and she was in there eating on her and shit while she was asleep. Snacking on his bitch, killing people cats. And guess what? They wouldn't give her the restraining order. They just told her to stay away from Beyonce and work for somebody else. Guess what? She's having a hard time finding work too. Which is interesting because she's a brilliant musician. And she was trained at the esteemed Berklee College of Music. Handpicked by my very good friend, Terry Lynn Carrington, Dr. Terry Lynn Carrington, who put together Beyonce's entire female band, which was Matthew Knowles' idea because he couldn't get Beyonce to stop people. Guess you didn't know your daughter well enough because she just started all the girls. Impulse control issues? I don't know. I'm saying, Sean Carter, you're a piece of shit. Taking Pimp C wasn't bad enough. You just want to go down there and you want to just remove all of the balls from every real gangster in Houston. Why the fuck did that house burn up? Who the fuck goes to their childhood house for a visit and the shit goes up in flames?
As the story spread, so did speculation about Diddy's reaction. Close friends say he was blindsided, claiming he had no idea about the alleged activities on his property.
Cat Williams, Black Tree. Take one of one.
Right. There was a recent controversy online. I know you don't spend all your time online about Kevin Hart wearing a dress in the SNL skit, and Dave Chappelle spoke about that. As a comedian, black actors are always, being asked to wear dresses. Have you ran into that, and what do you think about that whole Illuminati theory that people put out there about that?
Well, thanks for that softball question. It's two answers. First of all, let's be very, very clear. It is possible that there isn't anything funnier than a guy in a dress. And if that's the case, then it might also be said that there's nothing funnier than a black guy in a dress. Okay, well, I watched all of my friends throughout my entire life be able to dunk a basketball, but not me. So everybody can't do everything. So, some of us make choices. I think it's not a biggest choice for others. I'm saying at the end of the day, Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress wearing people before him. So now we have Big Mama's house 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I've never seen Medea in a pantsuit. I think she wears dresses. So now I'm saying, why are we picking on poor little Kevin Hart? Because it was his turn next.
Okay.
Some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them. End quote.
I mean, we all love Dave Chappelle.
Exactly. Dave Chappelle has never been a part of the Illuminati. They don't want him or me or people like us.
Yeah.
But now it's not necessary for us to stir up that hornet's nest unless we intend to get stung 1,000,000 times. I didn't understand that. They had to sting me 1,000,000 times.
Right.
I'm still not going to join, but I respect it a little more.
All right. How do you handle that? Because they put your name in the press with a lot of rumors and a lot of situations that they try to put on Cat Williams. Do you feel ever the need to, I got to go defend this and put out a story about who I am? Or do you just let that kind of roll off your back when
Well, as you can see, I've let it all go for quite some time. And a lot of that is just based upon the fact that I don't...
In a brief statement, Diddy expressed shock and disappointment. He promised to cooperate fully with investigators, insisting he was unaware of anything illegal and wants to clear his name.
know how to complain because all of the people that I ever looked up to had to go through it too. So I know how much they talked about Martin Luther King, and I know what they end up doing to him. I know this same story about Jesus and a few of my uncles. So now I know that if your mouth is really, really big and you try to tell the truth for a living and you like to air people out, hatred is coming your way. I didn't know it was going to be this type of hatred, but you know, I'm concrete in all things because of He who strengthens me. So that doesn't mean I always make the right decisions, but I am going to stand by what I stand for, and I'm only continuing to do it because I was looking for somebody who was doing it instead of me, and I just must have missed them, you know what I mean? So at some point you have to figure out what example are you trying to be. If it's just going to be you going to make it and live happily ever after and go off into the sunset, then that's what that is. Otherwise, you're on the front line of this battle, and those of us who understand that this is a part of what comes with it.
The situation escalated when a video of Diddy reacting to the news surfaced. In the clip, he looks upset and says the media is exaggerating the story. His emotional response has sparked mixed reactions, with some feeling sympathy and others feeling skeptical.